It's so dreary here this time of year, and you think February and March are just going to be a little bit less wintry. It's not the case. We don't have a lot of snow this year, but wow. What are you going to do with that luggage box, Will?
Probably make it into like some time machine.
Make it into a time machine?
Yeah.
Okay. Willie's feeling a little under the weather today, so he's watching some fishing and having an orange, making time machines. Hi, girls. Hi. The days around here always start out with the best of intentions. I usually get up with a full calendar and a full schedule of things that need to be done. And then every once in a while, you're reminded that things don't always go according to plan. Even still, we carry on and we do what we can. While my family was down sick this week, I took it upon myself to make sure that we had a steady supply of a few things that we needed, bread included. There's something about bread. When you don't feel well, it feels like the greatest comfort. As of now, I'm the last man standing, which means that, at least for the time being, we have bread. In this case, I'm going to make a seeded semolina bread, starting it off by feeding my sourdough starter and getting it nice and active. This is one of those things I like to just have it on the counter all the time. I can use it in all kinds of different ways, and that way, when things don't go according to plan, which is more often than not, at least we have bread, and that is something. So Fanny, who is one of our dairy ewes, we came out to feed this morning and realized that she has a prolapse, which is when basically the insides start to come out. It happens in sheep, especially if they have twins or triplets, which dairy ewes often do. It's cold here today. So we're going to bring her into the stanchion, see if we can clean it, see if we can get it back in. In all our years of keeping sheep, we've actually never had a prolapse before. So this is kind of new territory. Poor girl.
Come on, Fanny. Come on, Fanny.
So you may have been able to tell that we take our animal husbandry skills pretty seriously. It really matters to us that our animals are well taken care of. We do the very best that we can. I'm actually really excited that Maeve is sponsoring today's video because years ago, this feels like 100 years ago, I wrote a blog post, I'm going to tag it below, on alternatives to commercial dog food. And as you can see, as we're working with Fanny today, Birdie, who is our Australian Shepherd, is a big part of life here on the farm. He helps us with the sheep. He helps bring them in and take them out and guard them. And we don't know what we would do without him. And finally, there is a dog food company that is making the most incredible human grade raw food, dog food. It's really simple. You just have the bags shipped to you and you store them in the freezer. Birdie loves it so much. And it's really important to me that he has health and that he has longevity and that he has energy because we need him for the work that we do here on the farm. And we love him. He's pretty cute. But you can get 20% off your first order with Maeve by using my link below. Use the code Elliot. If you have a dog, I would really encourage you to try Maeve. Super excited that Birdie and Rex are both on this diet now. They love it. Hey, Will, you want to get her a little scoop of oats? Okay. So, first prolapse. I cleaned it all really well, and I was able to just manually, with just some lubricated hands, push it back in. My concern now, looking at her, is that if I had to guess, she's not quite ready to lamb yet, which means that this happens during the last month of pregnancy. We've just never had it happen. So I'm gonna have to makeshift. This is probably not gonna work at all. Probably the only thing we're gonna be able to do is just keep an eye on her. But this kind of stuff is, you know, this happens. You don't get this idyllic farm with chickens just grazing in the grass and beautiful lambs bouncing through the meadows. You don't get that without this piece of things, huh? So, okay, get it around her front and then we can just
What are you trying to do?
well, I'm just trying to hold this washcloth in place. I'm gonna actually go up around her leg. Oops.
Guess it's not sticking
We
very
can
well
get
to
some
the
more if we need.
fur.
A little diaper.
Working?
Yeah, it is working. I mean, my expectations are pretty low, but
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on it. Okay, well, Fanny has been moved down closer to the house so that we can keep an eye on her. Her last harness sort of worked. We're upgrading her to this homemade version where you just tie twine onto their wool and it runs kind of a knot underneath their tail. And hopefully it helps. This is a pretty hillbilly setup.
Pretty homemade.
This is pretty homemade.
But
But it's our first prolapse. We've never really had any problems with lambing before, have we?
no, yeah, but
So,
yeah, no, this is the first real challenge with lambing we've had.
yeah, and we really won't be able to breed her again. That makes me sad because she was one of our dairy ewes that we just brought in last year. So that's tough.
Yeah.
But we did keep her daughter, Mary Peanut, from last year. So we're just gonna keep an eye on her. We'll probably be out here every hour or so, just seeing how it goes, huh?
Yep.
She seems in good spirits.
Yeah, yeah. She doesn't seem to be in labor at all either.
No, not
It's-
yet.
Yeah, it's hard. It's been kind of up and down, but
Yeah.
we should try to feel around and see where the lamb is. What do you
Okay.
think?
We can try. It's so difficult to read condition on these. I mean, her belly's so tight. She's bagged. I don't feel anything. I was recently asked over on our Substack chat how I manage to deal with the hard things that come along with having livestock and having a farm, all the disappointments that naturally come. And let me tell you, this has been a week of disappointments. Not only has my entire family been sick besides me, but a winter storm blew my greenhouse door open in the middle of the night, and everything inside, citrus trees, flowers, plant starts, they all froze. So when I arrived eager to water, it was dead. And it was a massive disappointment. It's been very cold here this week as well, which means that the bread is rising a bit slower than normal, which is why you see me adding some yeast here. Our house is very old and very cold at this time of year, so everyone's a little bit agitated from the weather. Then you layer in the fact that we still haven't had any lambs, and based on my calculations, we should have by now. Fanny is still holding on to her lambs, albeit the prolapse has been kept in order, let's say. It's just been a little bit hairy, a little bit more tangled. When this is the case, I find it very helpful to go back to things that you can control and things that you can make work. Work in the kitchen is like that for me. It's just honest labor that benefits everybody, that I know that I can control a little bit more than the weather or the livestock. And that's exactly what I told the woman over on Substack who was asking the question. First off, you can't really shy away from these hard things because in order to do that, it means that you just wouldn't be participating in life. If you have a garden, then you're going to deal with roadblocks and challenges and losses. And as someone crudely put it to me once, to have livestock means you have dead stock, which means that death is inevitable and hardships with animals are inevitable. I told her also specifically that I find it helpful to lean into these things. That means we don't shy away from them, nor do we shelter our children from them. I think it's important that our children see us struggle and see us having to adapt, see us having to learn on the fly and to come up with creative solutions to problems, kind of like we've had to do with Fanny. Also facing the inevitable that most likely her birth and her lambs, it's not going to go well. So we're anticipating future hardship there. This is particularly difficult because we know we're going to be leaving on a big trip in just a little bit over a week, which just adds a sense of panic and a sense of pressure. Our children are going to face these types of trials as well. And so the best we can do is to manage them well and to do a really, really good job of taking care of these things that we've been given. We do the very best we can. And I know that might sound a little overly simplistic, but in reality, I actually think it's one of the most important things that we can do. We just do our best. By the way, if you would like the recipe for this seeded semolina bread, I'm going to be sharing it over on our Substack, which is our free newsletter. There's a link to that right below the video that you can check out. That's where a lot of this conversation takes place. It's where private thoughts and posts get shared. It's also where recipes come, journal entries. There's a lot going on over there. And I'm always so grateful that there is an outlet to share these thoughts and to share these hardships. And there's also a community that understands because these are things that so many of us go through. You go through good days and you go through bad days, and you hope at the end you have people in your corner, you have people who understand, and you have bread. The thing is our animals depend on us. So we're doing our very best to do right by Fanny. So far, she's doing great. Her prolapse has stayed in, more or less. No lambs yet, so we're just having to keep an eye on her. But here's the thing, it doesn't always go to plan. Your bread doesn't rise, or an animal gets sick, something happens. This is all just part of it. This is part of it. And that's what I have to remind myself as my kids are sick with fevers, curled up on the couch, and lambing is not quite going according to plan. These things do happen. This is a part of it, and it's okay to have weeks like that, times like that, even seasons like that.
What you doing there?
Well, making you a latte.
Today's not going quite to plan, is it?
Nope.
Does it ever?
It's okay. Lattes make it better.
They do make it better.
Be fair, I've already had a latte today. This is latte
I've had two.
numero
I've
due.
had 2 cups of tea. I'm gonna make another.
It's that kind of day.
The raspberry tea.
Can you do a face of a cat, please? What is what is that? What is that?
That's a cat.